Hey there. Today, I'd like to talk to you about freedom. Today is Independence Day in the U.S., July the 4th. It's the day that we celebrate our freedoms. But I think we need to take a harder look at this word freedom and what does it mean? We get a lot of business owners, a lot of business people come to us and they're looking for freedom. They're looking for, and to them, that means more time and more money to be able to do the things that they'd like to do. Now, we're privileged to be able to help them with that in their journey. You know, we've had great success doing that. So we're very privileged and are grateful to our clients and grateful for the freedoms that we have and the fact that we are allowed to even help them do this, that they're allowed to even be in business. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't rules and there aren't responsibilities, because freedom is a privilege. But what I want to look at is this word freedom. Now, in America, the way we actually got in to have Independence Day was we declared our independence from Great Britain because we felt like the current taxes and laws were oppressive. So we wanted freedom from the oppression. So the word after freedom there is from, and that's what I think is important, is what is the word that comes after freedom? So the freedom, you can have the freedom from oppression, the freedom from slavery, the freedom from tyranny, the freedom from your business if you feel trapped in it. But the word free from is an away from word. You're moving from something to something else. So you're moving away from something. So your goal that kind of freedom is to get freedom from, which is an away from goal. That's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how America was founded. Then we have freedom of. We have freedom of expression. We have freedom of religion. We have freedom of the press. We have freedom of choice. That's freedom implies choice, and of is a choice word. We have a choice to do X. We have a choice to do Y. It's up to you. You have choices within the realm of what's considered legal in our society. So freedom doesn't mean there aren't rules, there aren't boundaries. It's just mean within the boundaries, we have freedom to do certain things. It's like a football game. You have freedom to run the plays you want, but you still have to play by whatever the rules of the game want, as long as you're inside the boundaries of the field. It's the same with freedom. You have the freedom of choice. So you have choices to make. Now, then you also have the freedom to do things, the freedom to be somebody, freedom to have things, as long as they fall in those boundaries. You have the freedom to fail. You have the freedom to be successful. You have the freedom to achieve great things. You have the freedom to be mediocre. It's your choice. You have the freedoms to be. You can be helpful or you can be a pain in the neck. You can be poor. You can be rich. You have the freedom to be successful. You have the freedom to be epic. Now, we need to celebrate those freedoms, but I want you to understand that freedom is a privilege. You have the freedom to work on this formula. B times do equals have. You can have what you want as long as within the laws of your land, you become the person you need to become and you do the things you need to do to have those things. But it doesn't mean that you don't have responsibility. It doesn't mean that you don't have to work for it. It doesn't mean that there's a handout for you. It means that you have to do the work to become the person you need to become, to do the things that you need to do to have the things you want. So if you want to have the freedom, the true freedom, you have to be the person who deserves the freedom. You have to do the things that a person would do who deserves the freedom. So I'd like for you to reflect on that word freedom over this holiday. I hope you have a fantastic holiday. I'm super pumped. I think we have a lot of freedoms. I'm grateful to you. I'm grateful to our country. I'm grateful that we are in a place that has the freedoms to pursue our dreams and become the people that we can all become. So we'd love to help you on that journey. If you'd like to reach out to us, if you'd like to chat about how to get more freedom, then reach out to the team, billgilliland.actioncoach.com. And until next time, happy 4th. Enjoy your freedom. It's a privilege.